Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. Let's go ahead and take a look at the JASMY price chart once again. This is going to be a very quick video, maybe 3-4 minutes. Usually the YouTube algorithm doesn't favor this kind of short videos. I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for JASMY content will now be able to find this video much more easily. Let's go ahead and jump right into the news. We saw that earlier. Hara was posting that they were buying about $500,000 worth of JASMY, I don't know, in recent days, because he was saying here that now that the price dropped, we acquired some JASMY for distribution to Junction ecosystem. So maybe for some people who don't know what this is all about, so there's a new project that he is involved with, and it's called Junction. Now what they're going to be doing here is that they have a new token which is called JCT. I don't know if this token is going to be traded on exchanges or not, but one of the functions that this token has is that if you hold it enough, maybe something like a staking or whatever the case may be, you're going to be rewarded in JASMY. So think about it like this: you are a node and you are sharing obviously your idle GPU and stuff like that. And then of course, once you get the token, the longer you hold it, then you'll actually be settled with more JASMY. So at face value, this actually looks like that's going to be much more utility here for JASMY, and probably more demand, because they're going to continue buying with maybe significant amounts of money. This $500,000 is nothing, to be honest with you. Let's say, big money starts stepping in here and they're buying more JASMY. You know that we've got buying pressure, and that will usually push the price towards the upside. So that was the news, and I think it moved the price just a little bit towards the upside, because we were right around 2 cents, and then the price, just played around 2.1, between 2.2 cents, like that today. Nothing major, to be honest with you, but I think the signal that is being tried to send here is that JASMY has got now another utility, right? So it was really interesting to me, the location where it was happening, because you see right there, JASMY had managed to break below this support right there. So immediately the price shot up and it went back into this territory. So maybe for somebody who missed the update yesterday, what we were saying was that this here is a descending triangle, and usually descending triangles have got a reputation of doing something like this right there, and then they eventually break towards the downside. So once you do something like this, you're looking for confirmation to get back to the previous support and then turning it into resistance. Then of course, often away you are dropping further towards the downside. So this is something that I talked about yesterday. And with the news that came today, this thing has been kind of distorted, because you can see that the price was even pushing outside of the downward sloping, resistance right there. So let's see how the day closes, right? And obviously tomorrow. But if you see the price getting rejected here and setting a low compared to something like, 2 cents basically, and closing maybe at least, 2-1 for hourly candle right there, just beyond the outlook that, we're probably going to be going further down here for the JASMY price. So I don't know if the team timed this so that the whole pattern wouldn't play out the way it would have normally played. I don't know, it really remains to be seen. But in any case, we are really at the apex of this whole descending triangle, and a decision is going to come obviously. Now I think that if the price closes significant candles outside of this downward sloping resistance, to be honest with you, it's very difficult to pinpoint when exactly it can do that, because this thing is going to be dynamic, right? You can see it's going to be moving with time. So if I say if it breaks right here, that's going to be higher. That's going to be something like 2.2 cents. And then if I say it's going to break right here, you're going to be see 2.17 cents. Maybe if it's here, it's really 2.5 cents. So it's going to be dynamic. Really, I can't put a value, but I'll be monitoring really to see how the downward sloping resistance is going to be played right there with the JASMY price set. But I would say a scenario like this one here is actually much more bullish, because what we have seen for the most part is that when you fake out to the other side, the target on the opposite side is usually reached. So we'll be looking forward to that here for JASMY. But I've also been mentioning the kind of moment which we are in right now with JASMY and the rest of crypto market. This, what happened maybe 2 weeks ago, is something that we have seen maybe 5 or 4 times in recent memory, right? The first example is the capitulation that we had in August right there. Then we also mentioned the FTX collapse back in 2022. Funny enough, that was marking the bottom of the bear market right there. The other thing that we had was the COVID-19 pandemic back in 2020, and it was also marking the bottom, kickstarting crypto into a massive bull cycle. So one thing that we have had in common with all these capitulation and liquidation events is that they've marked the bottom. You can see right, this one, and this one too here in August. So I think that more likely than not, we also have had a liquidation right here maybe 2 weeks ago, and I think on a very high degree of certainty it's going to be marking the bottom too. So my bias is that the bottom is already in for a lot of these altcoins, especially for things like Ethereum right there. Just as I was saying yesterday, what we have seen with all those liquidation events is that for you to start pushing towards the upside, you have to clear the top range right there. For Ethereum, this is going to be something like $2,900. That was also a similar thing that we were seeing in the liquidation event that happened in August. So once you clear that, you're off and away and you're going. The question now is, how does that relate to the JASMY price? And I think you know the answer, right? If Ethereum is still waddling sideways, I don't think we can expect any break out here for JASMY, right? Maybe we can drop towards the downside because in a sideways market, altcoins are usually weaker, right? In the case of us breaking towards the downside, I think the main support here would be right around 1.6, 1.7 cents thereabout, because really on a weekly time frame, it's the main support. On the daily time frame, it's so much clear that this is where most of the support level is. So I think for JASMY to avoid this minus 21% once again, sooner than later, I think that Ethereum has to start breaking this 2,900 resistance and lift the rest of the market with it. So JASMY obviously has got a very good chart against Ethereum, which I can show you right here, and you can see that of course we have massively outperformed Ethereum right there. And I think it's going to continue as the bull market progresses by. So we need that indication from Ethereum. That's the only thing that I see remaining right there. But of course, if Ethereum is just going to be messing around and going sideways once again, JASMY most likely is also going to be losing strength, and we are risking that minus 21% by there. So we'll check in and see what is going to be happening tomorrow and in the next few days. I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I'll have to see you on the next one. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.